Did Esau go to heaven? What happened when he died? In this video, we will try to unravel this mystery while building our faith. So take a seat and stay throughout this moment of sharing. The Bible provides several key details about the life and character of Esau, primarily in the book of Genesis. Esau is the eldest son of Isaac and Rebekah, and the twin brother of Jacob. From birth, a rivalry developed between the brothers as in Genesis 25. God prophesied to Rebekah that the elder would serve the younger, as we see this in verse 23. In verse 27, Esau is described as a skilled hunter and a man of the fields, unlike his brother Jacob, who was a quiet man dwelling in tents. This difference in personality and lifestyle played a significant role in their relationship and the events that followed. One of the most significant moments in Esau's life is recorded in verses 29 to 34 of the same chapter, when he sold his birthright to Jacob for a bowl of lentil stew. This event reveals important aspects of Esau's character. The Bible states that Esau despised his birthright, suggesting a lack of appreciation for his spiritual inheritance and the responsibilities that come with being the eldest son. Later in Genesis 27, when Isaac is old and blind, Jacob, with the help of his mother Rebekah, tricks Isaac into giving him the blessing intended for Esau. Upon discovering this, Esau is furious and plans to kill Jacob after their father's death. This reaction shows Esau's impulsive and vengeful nature. However, the Bible also shows in Genesis 33 a change in Esau's character over time. Years later, when Jacob returned from his stay with Laban, Esau met him, forgiving him and reconciling. This suggests that Esau has matured and is able to let go of his anger and resentment. The New Testament sheds further light on Esau's character. In Hebrews 12, Esau is described as ungodly, and as someone who sold his inheritance rights for a single meal, as seen in verses 16 to 17. This passage warns believers not to be like Esau, who later regretted his decision, but found no opportunity to repent. Despite these negative portrayals, it is important to note that the Bible also records God's blessings on Esau. He became the father of the Edomites and received his own land and prosperity as seen in Genesis 36. Let us turn to the life of Esau and the history of salvation. Esau's role in the biblical narrative is significant in terms of salvation history, particularly in understanding God's sovereign choice and the development of his covenant people. Here is how Esau's story fits into the larger narrative of salvation history. Divine election. The story of Jacob and Esau is often considered a prime example of God's sovereign election. In verse 23 of the 25th chapter of the book of Genesis, even before their birth, God chose Jacob over Esau to continue the covenant line. This theme of divine election is central to salvation history, emphasizing that God's plans are not based on human merit or primogeniture. Continuity of the covenant. Esau's sale of his birthright to Jacob is a pivotal moment in salvation history. The birthright included not only a material inheritance, but also the spiritual inheritance of Abraham's covenant with God. Esau's disregard for this spiritual inheritance allowed the covenant to continue through Jacob, even though he was the younger son. Typology of Israel and the church. Some interpretations view Esau and Jacob as types or prefigurations of larger groups in salvation history. Esau is sometimes associated with the nation of Israel, which initially had the birthright, but lost it to the pagan church represented by Jacob. This typology is used to explain the extension of God's covenant to pagans. God's faithfulness. Despite